We now return to Experts on Call on News Talk Radio 580 CFRA.
Welcome back. Norman Jack with you in the Hal Anthony studio, and with me for the rest of this hour to answer all your kitchen renovation questions from MR Kitchens, Guy Bianchi and Colleen McKinnon. You can check out the website, mrkitchens.com. You can also, Guy, go out to the showroom. Your nice, what is it, about a year and a half now it's been open, eh? The great showroom out on Orleans Boulevard.
It's only been 8 months now.
Oh, has it been?
Yeah.
I thought it was a little longer than that. 2131 Saint-Joseph Boulevard out in Orleans. It's between Jeanne d'Arc and Orleans Boulevard. People there get to see the quality of the products that you guys put together at MR Kitchens. And I think that's what distinguishes it from, you know, the stuff that you can pick up just about anywhere else. The quality of the workmanship involved.
Yes, there's all kinds of cabinets that you can, all kinds of companies that sell kitchen cabinets, and there's a big difference in the quality. Going from, the drawer construction to construction of the box itself and the quality of the hardware as well.
One of the amazing things about drawers, and this is something I've noticed that's a big difference between yours and the other ones that I've seen, a lot of drawers are held together with giant staples. That just boggles my mind that, drawers are held together with staples. Those come apart so easily. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy the way that some of the stuff is built these days.
Yeah. Well, in the furniture world, the way you construct a drawer is very important, and people look at the construction of drawers. And for that, we decided to make it a standard that all our drawers are solid wood dovetail construction, and I think we're one of the only companies that does that as a standard.
Yeah, dovetail construction. Boy, that takes me back to the old woodworking days.
That is,
right. That shows you the quality of work involved when you're using dovetail joints on drawers for a kitchen. I mean, that's, as you say, that's almost unheard of in this industry right now.
Mm-hmm.
The good thing about the showroom too is that people get a chance to see some of your quality products sort of in situ. They get to see made-up kitchens, how things may look. It helps bring the reality to people's minds, I guess.
Exactly. We have, I think, 7 or 8 kitchens on display, and we have samples of, over 225 different doors in different colors, so people can actually see an idea of what their kitchen's going to look like. And we build those kitchens for the displays in a way that we put all the accessories that we have available so we can show them an example of exactly how the kitchen's going to look like.
And one of the great things, too, is to find out the use for a lot of these accessories and where they can be used. Colleen, that's one of the things that I don't think people appreciate as much as they should, and that's the use of all the modern-day accessories that they've got out there to make the most efficient use of their kitchen space possible.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, even when I'm, presenting, the design on the 3D computer, and I'm showing them around the showroom what their kitchen's going to be like. Some people have a really good idea of what they're expecting, and other people really don't realize or appreciate until after they've been using their kitchen, and then the thank you letters start coming in, or their phone calls and saying, "I just love my kitchen." I had this one couple that recently did their kitchen, and they had a small kitchen, and then we did take out a wall. And they recently had family come in from out of town, and they put on some tunes, and it was before Christmas time, and they were all in the kitchen, a whole lot of them, and they were cooking and having fun. And she said it was just such a pleasure and such a bonding experience. So she said, "Thanks so much. It was a pleasure to cook."
One of the interesting things about kitchen accessories these days is how well they can store things that you thought were almost unstorable. I mean, pots and pans stuck into the drawer underneath the stove, for example. That seems to be the logical place to put it.
And fighting with it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, the pot you want is always on the bottom, of course. Yes.
Murphy's Law.
Or the lid has gone somewhere. Gosh knows where it's gone. Lots of alternatives along those lines. Kitchen towel holders, proper cutlery holders. Those can make a big difference in enjoying your kitchen.
Yeah, and you can fit a lot more in the smaller spaces because it's really well organized as well.
Now, let's talk a bit more about renovations. We were talking earlier about sort of the low of the low, medium, and high. Mm-hmm. Maybe somebody's got a larger detached home. They're thinking of getting their kitchen done as well. What's sort of the medium range here for renovations these days?
Medium would be probably looking at the kitchen cabinets, quartz countertop or granite countertop, including, the handles, a full functioning kitchen with a few accessories and the handles, of course.
Yeah.
You're looking at around 15 to 20. That's really the average typical kitchen that goes out of our shop day in and day out. Then the renovation part of it, if you want to blow out that wall between the kitchen dining, which a lot of people are wanting to do these days, and have a little bit more of an open concept. I mean, the kitchen is the hub of the household these days, and we live in our kitchens. And then putting in a really nice, ceramic or porcelain floor, ceramic backsplash, getting in the electrician and plumber, doing the frame, the wall, the framework, etc. Depending on what's involved. If it's a non-structural wall, for example, you're looking at 10 to 15K for everything completely done, even the painting.
Oh yeah, that's not bad
turnkey.
at all.
So you're looking at 27 to 35 is probably the average that goes out of our shop.
Yeah.
And then it goes up from there. High end, if it is a structural wall and you need to get into an engineer report, and city permit, of course, and maybe glass backsplash or those extra upgrades for aesthetics, as well as more accessories, fully loaded kitchen, so to speak.
Yeah.
You're looking at 35, 45, and more.
Yeah. And when you go to MR Kitchens, you can have it, as you say, a turnkey solution. You can turn it over to you, get do the designs, have the householder approve the designs, and then all you have to do as the householder is walk away and let you guys do your work.
Yes, and we do offer that turnkey service. We have a project manager that would coordinate everything for you, so you have one point of contact for client service, then follow-up service afterwards.
I guess one of the big questions that people will have too is, how long is this going to take? How long am I going to be working in a kitchen that's in somewhat of a disarray?
Yeah. Well, if you're looking at just, tearing out and replacing, and you're not going to be, dealing with removing walls, just maybe replacing the floor, backsplash, you're probably looking at a time frame from start to finish, 4 weeks to 6 weeks, maybe. It really depends on all the details and what's involved.
Right.
If it's a more complex job, when you're dealing with structural walls and I-beams and support posts and so on, and possibly some rerouting of ductwork and updating the electrical and so on, running a water line for your new fridge with the water cooler.
Yes,
you got to have those.
And the ice cube tray.
And the wine cooler.
Oh,
those fun
really?
Cappuccino maker. Maybe my next kitchen, Norm.
Yeah.
You're looking at probably 6 to 9 weeks, a little bit longer time frame. That I'm talking for, our professional teams to come in and do that. If you decide to hire your own contractor, that's an option too. Obviously, you'd be the project coordinator, project manager. We try to coordinate our reno team to minimize any disruptions and to get it done as quickly and efficiently as possible. If it's done by yourself and you're not used to doing renos, it can be quite stressful and disorganized. Possibly, your contractor gets too many jobs on the go. It does happen, and they get pulled off onto something more urgent at another location, and then you have some delays and you have to reshuffle things. It can get quite stressful,
Yeah. Okay. If you want any more information, too, you can go and take a look at the free ebook that they have on offer there, too. Lots of tips in there considering what you should look at when you are planning your kitchen renovation as well. It's one of those things where, again, knowledge is power. And if you get a chance to look at the ebook, it's a really good first step to take if you're looking at renovating your kitchen.
Mm-hmm. I always tell people it is going to be noisy. It is going to be dusty. There will be inconveniences, but, at the end, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and you will have a beautiful, functional kitchen that you'll be able to enjoy for 20, 30 years to come.
Okay. All right. We're going to take a break here on Experts on Call. When we come back, more on kitchen renovations. Don't hesitate to give us a call to talk to Guy Bianchi and Colleen McKinnon from MR Kitchens. You can reach their office number at 225-5555. That's 225-5555. You can, of course, visit the website at mrkitchens.com. You can drop by their Great Orleans showroom at 2131 St. Joseph Boulevard. It's between Jeanne d'Arc and Orleans out in the East End. Or you can give them a call right here in the studio. They're here till the top of the hour. 521-TALK, 521-8255, star 580 on a free call on your Bell Mobility cell, or outside the local calling area, 1-800-580-CFRA, 1-800-580-2372. I'll be back with more from Guy Bianchi and Colleen McKinnon from MR Kitchens right after the news.
580 CFRA's Experts on Call returns in a moment.